Capricorn Army, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to Beneath the Sky, Beyond the Stars Tarot. This is your reading for June of 2024. All right, Capricorn. So you may hear some fireworks going on in the background. Hope that's not too distracting. In my neighborhood, seems like they're letting some fireworks off. So maybe there's going to be some fireworks going on in your life, Capricorn, in the month of June. They actually just started it, and so maybe it'll quiet down a little bit. But just before, yep, there's one right there. So if you do hear in the background, please try to, disregard it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do your reading for June of 2024. So it looks like the new moon is going to be highlighting your sixth house, Capricorn. So your sixth house is your house of work. It's your daily employment. It's your daily routine. New moons are new beginnings, right? So those are the periods when we can plant seeds that we want to grow over a 30-day period and until the new moon of the next month. So that new moon in Gemini, which is going to be your sixth house, is taking place on June 6th, okay? So if any of you have been looking to start something new as far as work's concerned, a new job, new type of employment, a new project at work, or even, if you work for yourself, if you're a freelancer, a new collaboration possibly, or even, just a new project that you are creating, and working on daily. This also is going to be highlighted by Jupiter because Jupiter is in your sixth house. So know that whatever you're working on right now has the potential to expand exponentially. Okay, Jupiter is the planet of luck, and Jupiter is going to be, as I said, in Gemini, moving into Gemini, your sixth house, on June 2nd. And that is actually going to be trine to Pluto in Aquarius, which is your second house. So your second house is your money house. So I do see a lot of you working on something that is definitely going to yield you some money, and it could be a considerable amount, especially with Jupiter there in your work house. So a lot of you could be working very hard. You could be very busy. And working on something in late into the early hours of the morning. But if that is the case, just make sure you're taking care of yourself, because the sixth house also has to do with your health. So you want to make sure that you are, eating right, drinking enough water, managing your stress, getting out, outdoors, putting your feet in the grass, hugging a tree, whatever you need to do to stay balanced. To keep you balanced as you're working hard and building whatever this is that you are creating. And again, I do see building. I see you constructing. I don't know if any of you are architects or designers, sculptors, but I feel like you are building something layer by layer or step by step. Piece by piece, you're putting it together. This could be an actual physical material thing, but it also could be a concept, an idea, a presentation of some kind. So do see a lot of energy going into something that you are working on daily, okay? And again, with Pluto in your second house, this could create a significant and huge transformation for you financially. Pluto is, the planet of transformations. And so, it doesn't happen quickly, but, with Jupiter expanding Pluto in that trine, in that friendly trine, definitely the potential for large gains as a result of, the work that you're doing. Okay. And then some of you could just be really, enjoying the people that you're working with, enjoying the work that you're doing with Jupiter there. So there could be a lot of really positive energy going on in your workplace. Okay. Now, you also have Mars moving into Taurus in the sixth, I'm sorry, not in the sixth house, in the fifth house. And the fifth house is your house of creativity. It is the house of fun. It's the house of, you know, having a good time, going out, hanging out with friends. It is the dating house. So some of you could be, with Mars there, you could be putting more effort into actually getting out, socializing with people. You know, Mars is that Martian, that masculine energy. So you could be meeting men, you know, regardless of your, you know, your gender identity, your sexual identity. They're the people that you're meeting could have a very strong masculine energy. Okay. And definitely I see you attracting, you know, I see you attracting earthy people with Mars in Taurus. So for the most part, people who are well grounded, who may be very serious about their financial security, you know, who are well established. Definitely see you connecting with people like that. They're also with that Mars energy, that is sexuality as well. Okay. So some of you could really be getting into it hot and heavy with, you know, dating partners, with romantic partners. There is a lot of passion with Mars in your fifth house. Also know that with, you know, when fifth house is active, that is the children house. That, you know, a child can come into the picture. So if that is what you're hoping for, then this could be a very good time for conception. If you're not ready for that, or you're past that, you know, that stage in your life, then you know, if you're not ready for that, then just take, you know, the necessary precautions. And if you're you know, past that stage, or you already have children, there could be a lot of energy going into you know, dealing with your children, spending time with them, especially male children. There could also be some conflict with your kids. So just try to, you know, keep a steady hand, and make sure that you are, you know, being patient with your children, so that things don't get out of hand. Okay, tempers can flare with that Mars in the fifth house. But all in all, yeah, I see this as going to be a really busy month for you, Capricorn, and really with a lot of your focus on work. So, you know, just make sure that there's not a lot of conflict between your work and your home life. Some of you could be working so hard and you know, long hours at the office that maybe your children need you more often, or need something from you. So there could be a little bit of a conflict there that you might have to resolve. Okay. All right. But Capricorn, you are the great achievers of the zodiac. So usually whatever you set your mind to, you will accomplish. And who else is a wonderful Capricorn? Well, you know, this is a channel that is inspired by BTS. So we have to mention our wonderful Capricorn king, V, Taeyong, okay, who is a Capricorn. And V actually is a Capricorn Aries. So he is earth and fire. Definitely a mellow, laid back, earthy personality that he has. You know, that deep, sultry voice that he has is very, very earthy, very soulful, and you know, but he can be very you know, very fiery, a lot of excitement. He definitely has a temper if, you know, if he gets riled up. But yes, our Capricorn V, and just, you know, who is more elegant, who's more stylish, who's more sophisticated than V when he is in his, you know, sophisticate moments. Okay, so what we're going to do is just pull a card, a photo card, and I keep my eyes closed for this so that I can just pull a random card and see whose energy is joining us today for the reading. Whose energy is joining us today for the Capricorn reading for June 2024, and it's going to be this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's V. That is V. Look at that. Now, what did I say? Let me go ahead and put these cards back. V is here. He is joining us in all his elegance, classic, sophisticated. You know, he's the personification of a young Capricorn. You know, he is as modern times, but he, you know, he also would seem appropriate in the 1800s, you know, early 1900s. He has that sophisticated glamour and image, classic, just a classic beauty he has. And his energy is very earthy and stable. So yes, wonderful classic energy. Thank you for visiting us, V, for your reading as well. So hopefully this will be some good messages related to our Capricorn V and also to you, Army. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. You know, I just noticed something, and I don't know if you all can see this, but look, can you see how this photograph of V resembles this Capricorn? Can you see that? The goat here, you know, with the one eye exposed, the other eye covered, the angle of the face, even the way his hair is. I don't know if you can see that, but the way his hair is flowing on his head. I don't know if you can see that detail, but very similar to this goat here. So that's really uncanny. Very interesting synchronicity with RV and Capricorn. All right, let's see what the messages are for you, Capricorn, for June of 2024. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is our Army messages for 2024? All right, we're going to stop here. And, okay, we went pretty deep into the deck. Let's see. In the distant past, we have wings. Oh, wow. This is amazing. So this card, Wings, is actually an extra card in this beautiful tarot deck, this BTS tarot deck. And so this is actually the card number 22. So this would be the card that comes after the World, right? We know that traditionally the World is the last card, but in this deck, the Wings is the last card. And this is an even higher level of achievement than the World. So we'll talk about this, but this is very appropriate. So yeah, we'll get to that very shortly, but that's very exciting. So that's the distant past. The recent past, we have the Eight of Wands. Nice, very nice energy. We have, oh, look who it is. It's V again. he is making his presence felt in this reading. The Knight of Pentacles is covering, okay, at this time. In the near future, we have, oh my goodness, you can't make this up, everybody, okay? Here he is again as the Fool. You saw me shuffle these cards. So here is V again. And, you know, this is what we talk about, the universe being synchronistic, okay? This is V as the Fool in the near future. And the last card, all right, Five of Cups here. Interesting energy. We'll check that out and see why that is. But I'm actually going to put down a clarifier for the Five of Cups to see what we're talking about here. Help us out with the Five of Cups. Oh, the Nine of Cups. Wow. I'm getting reunion. That's the message that just popped into my mind. So reunion, but definitely that Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. So great energy to clarify the Five of Cups. Let's see what that's about. And then at the base of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. All right. This is very much a Capricorn card because this talks about rising up through the ranks, rising up through, you know, going up the ladder, ascending up the ladder. So Wands is professional endeavors. It is career. You have the Eight of Wands here as well. So let me see. We have Wands, two Wands. We have 1, 2, 3 cups, 1 pentacle, and 1 major arcana. So the dominant suit here is cups. So this is, oh, I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. This is actually not cups. We can say that it is though, but this is a major arcana, the Fool. So we have 2 major arcana. We have 2 cups. We have 2 wands, and we have 1 pentacle. Actually, we have, yes, 2 wands and 1 pentacle. Okay, so we've got kind of a mixed bag with even between wands and cups here. All right, so here's what I'm feeling here from this message. The Wings card talks about moving to the next level. So if you think about achieving everything that you want to achieve in the world, but then there is another level. What is that level? Well, that could be very subjective to everyone. Okay, so the question is, if you were able to, or if you have been able to achieve everything that you've wanted to in this lifetime, what would be the next level for you? What would be the next level of satisfaction? What would be, where would you go, or who would you be, or what would you do if your wings could take you anywhere, that your imagination can take you? So that is the Wings card. So for many of you, I think that as a super achiever that you are, Capricorn, and as someone who is very dedicated to being a success, to finding success and working hard to get to the level that you're looking to get to, then this Wings card for me is a spiritual card. So some of you may have achieved great financial success, career success, gone to the highest level of whatever it is that you do, and whoever that you are. And now I feel that, you're coming into an ascension point. What is the next thing? Because once we have everything that's material, then we have to sit back and say, okay, what really matters in life? Is it how much money I have in the bank? Is it how many, subscribers I have? Those are not really the things. We can't take those with us, right? But what we can take with us and what we can hold in our hearts is what we do for people, our relationships that we have with people, our connections, what we put out into the world, what we give up freely of the gifts that God has given us, that the universe has bestowed upon us. Okay, so I feel like in the distant past, you all have achieved something great in your area. Okay, and at this point, as we're coming into June, you are looking for new inspiration. The 8 of Wands is here. So there is the desire for a new fire, a new inspiration, a new direction, new ideas. So there could be a lot of communication going on here, meetings, conversations, emails, text messages, messages on social media, collaborations with others, discussions about a new project, or some new beginning that you want to, put into play. With the 10 of Wands here and the 8 of Wands, there is energy, there's movement. Wands are like the arrows, right? The arrows being thrown. And so usually those wands always hit their mark. Okay, where the 8 of Wands is triggered, it always hits its mark. So what is that mark that you are trying to hit now, Capricorn? Okay, where are you aiming your bow and arrow now? Well, we have the Knight of Pentacles, who is covering you at this new moon. The Knight of Pentacles is, for me, the most stable knight. It's probably my favorite knight because I think the Knight of Pentacles is the closest to king energy. Not quite there yet, but on his way there, okay? Why? Well, because the Knight of Cups is very romantic and very magnetic. But the Knight of Cups can be very flighty as well and disingenuous, right? It can tend to, be kind of the seducer. The Knight of Swords, while they have a lot of intellectual power and communication, they can communicate and they come in very quickly. They can also be a bit argumentative, and there can be conflict connected with them, okay? Like a immaturity with that. The Knight of Wands is a very passionate knight and can just, flash into your life very quickly, be exciting, be passionate, bring new ideas, bring new energy, travel, move around, get you going, get you inspired. But the Knight of Wands can also be a flash in the pan, can come in quickly and exit quickly. So really the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that actually has staying power. Okay. And you can take that any way that you want to take that. Okay. We definitely can say that the Knight of Pentacles is earthy, with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. It's about the earthly, earthly desires and earthly pleasures. So the Knight of Pentacles is definitely a sensual and earthly knight. Now, I feel that this Knight of Pentacles is looking for inspiration, and is slowly but steadily, I'm getting the feeling of building a foundation, but looking for the next thing. Like, what is the next thing that is going to inspire me? That's going to make me grow. That's going to, be something that I can watch grow and expand. So I love the way that V is kind of has his finger on his mouth, like he's kind of asking, he's saying, I wonder if I do this, what the outcome will be. Okay, so I do get a feeling of a little bit of jaded energy here. And it's like I said, if you have been able to achieve the things that you want to, what is next? What happens next? What do you do next? So I think a lot of you are looking for that next mountain to climb, and as a Capricorn, you're the mountain goat, right? So I saw something on, I think it was Twitter or one of the social media sites, where the mountain goat, it's one of those animal pages, where the mountain goat is, the side of the mountain is almost vertical. It might as well be vertical, but the mountain goat is still able to scale that mountain, to stand on its side without falling off. So, making an allusion to you as a Capricorn, you are able to navigate slippery slopes in order to continue moving forward. And that's because you're grounded as an earth sign, you're earthy, and you may not be the fastest knight, right? Because we know, the shadow side of the Knight of Pentacles is that, they take their time. They are the slowest knight, right? They're not in a rush. They're on their journey one step at a time, them and their horse, okay? But that is because they want what they're doing, they want it to last. They want to make sure that it lasts forever. And so that may be the energy that you are in right now as the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So here we go again with V. Wonderful. Oh, sorry, guys. I hit the camera there. So we have V as the Fool in the near future. Now, what does this say to me? Well, look at this. You have V in all his riches, his furs, his jewels, right? So the heights of glamour, poshness, sophistication, luxury. But it goes from this knight energy to the Fool. And on the Fool's journey, which the tarot is about, right? It's on our human journey from 0 to 22, which is the world, having achieved, what we want to achieve. The Fool is not even the beginning. The Fool is before the beginning. So the Fool is just about to step out on a new path. So I feel for many of you, you're about to get into something possibly that you've never gotten into before, something that you've never done before. It could be something very new, a new field of creativity, a new field of work. Some of you could be, now, you know what I see? There's a message here and it says, the smiling kid, the child who was always laughing brightly. Okay, so what this communicates to me is that some of you may be thinking back to your childhood and saying, when I was a kid, what was it that I wanted to be when I grew up? And if you're not that right now, some of you may decide that you want to follow or go back to or become this person or this profession or this, artistic expression of who you wanted to be when you were a child. So for example, some of you may have wanted to be a dancer. And you danced, but you went to college and then you studied engineering or architecture or medicine, and you got into your field, but you never lost your desire and your passion for dance. You watched other people do it. You would go to performances. So some of you may decide to take some dance classes and really get deeply into it. Some of you may be artists, and you went to school and you became a teacher, and you teach art to children, and it's a noble profession, but you always wanted to open your own gallery, or you always wanted to develop your own art form. So some of you could be doing that. So what I challenge you in, as we're coming into June now, to think back to what it was and who it was that you wanted to be when you were growing up or when you were a child, and consider the possibility of manifesting that person, okay? Or doing something at least similar or related to that particular profession or that particular dream that you had. It might be a dream, okay? All right, let me see. The Fool has no expectations, right? The Fool doesn't have any fear. They are, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, they are about to step off a cliff. There's 1 foot on the cliff and 1 foot off. They usually have a little dog next to them that's going along the path with them, and they're carrying nothing but but a little bag or a backpack with, a few essentials in it. And they're just merrily whistling along, okay, to down this new road. So this could definitely be the energy that you are in, Capricorn, for June. Now, the Five of Cups is here, and I understand why the Five of Cups is here. The Five of Cups is here because some of you may feel in June that maybe you missed the boat. Okay, that maybe, so this is looking back, wistfully, maybe some sadness, maybe wondering what could have been, or, what if I had done this? What if I had made this choice in my life? I might be a different person, or, I could have done this. Or what I don't want you to do is to second guess your choices. Okay. Understand that we make the decisions that we make in our lives based on our best judgment and what we need at that time in our lives, okay? And sometimes it's about survival. Sometimes it's about having to take care of other people and having to make sacrifices. Sometimes we, have to put a dream aside in order to create financial stability for ourselves, but it's never too late. It's never too late, okay, to be who you want to be. Even if you do it, I don't like to say side hustles because I think that if something is a dream of yours and if you're motivated to do it, then it should be a passion and not necessarily a side hustle. It should be the other thing that you love to do. So that Five of Cups energy, you know, traditionally the person is looking at three cups that are spilled, but there are two cups behind them that are full and they're not seeing them. You have two cups, Capricorn, that you can still turn around and drink from, dip into, pour out, you know, pour onto canvas, pour onto, an instrument, pour over yourself, you know, whatever that is, you still have that emotional inspiration is still available for you. You just have to find it again, okay? And then look what happens if you do. Well, you have the Nine of Cups as the last card here, the clarifier for the Five of Cups. So I feel like whatever, you know, nostalgia you might feel or wistfulness or, you know, maybe even, wondering what could have been, ultimately, I think you're going to make those wishes come true. Okay, so something that you do or that you have or that you create by the end of June is going to be a success. And it's going to make a wish that come true that you've held very dearly in your heart. And that's beautiful, Capricorn. That's beautiful. Wow, amazing reading. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to pull an oracle card for you. Actually, we went a little longer than my other readings, but I guess those were the messages that needed to come out to you, Capricorn. So we just follow what the universe guides us to do. And so here is a oracle card for you, Capricorn. All right, this one just snapped itself into my hand. And look at this. Action. This speaks for itself, Capricorn. Take action. Okay, whatever it is, what that impulse is, what that impetus is, what that inspiration is, it is now time to take action and to make those things happen that you still have on your list, okay, of wanting to achieve and desiring to achieve. Okay, take action, Capricorn, just like you know how to do. So I'm going to just pull one card from the affirmations deck here and see what that is. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Abundance. Money is abundant, and I only have to seek it with confidence. Walking forth into fortune, I will do the work, and the money shall come. Look at that. So if you're afraid that what you want to do is something that's not going to be lucrative for you, I can say, based on this reading, that whatever you decide to put your mind to, you're still going to make money from it. Okay, it's still going to be abundant for you. So thank you so much, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I wish you all good things, and I purple you.